Hi, good morning, beautiful souls. Hi, Carol. How is everyone doing? Good morning, Lisa Marie. How is the day going so far for you guys? It's Friday. Who is excited? Hey, Monica, good afternoon. Do see you in the dancing. Does anyone go onto June B's dancing thing or the music? There is an Insight Timer. She is amazing, full of energy, isn't she? Yeah, I think she runs her IT time around 2 hours or something, even more maybe. Yeah, I'll share her thing in the circle so people get to know she's amazing. I just get inspired by people who have so much of energy to give. Hey, and what are you grateful for, guys, this morning or afternoon? Hey, Star Seeker, how are you? Sunny fall morning. We had a foggy morning here. It was just amazing. We were dropping the kids to school. I said, I'm going to join them. I love foggy mornings. And yesterday we had the sunny one. Mm. Yeah, I think there is that freshness, isn't it? When it's nice, cozy, sunny, you can get out and walk. Finally, cooler and beautiful. Awesome. So, welcome everyone. Friday, Mindfulness Day. Tell me, how many of you practice mindfulness? And how many of you struggle with it? Or how many want to get back to it? Mindfulness sometimes can be a heavy word, just like meditation, where we feel, oh no, there's a lot of time or a lot of things we need to do, adding on more burden to the juggles that we are already doing. Does anyone feel overwhelmed? No matter how much we want to, but physically we do feel sometimes it's too much, right? So I'm just going to share some easy tips how we can practice, and also we'll be doing a meditation. So just to get into that relaxation and connect to our bodies. And do share your own tips that you find it easier to practice or being consistent as well. I love to hear what you do as well. Yeah. So let's make this session interactive. For those who are new to me, hi everyone, this is Srimanju. And today topic will be mindfulness made it easy. I used to run a day courses on this mindfulness made it easy or chillax zone back in Ireland. I used to love that. It's just like sometimes we need to be gathering together to remind ourselves. And most of them would be common sense or some things that we already know, but we haven't been doing it or we haven't been implementing or we forgot. And these reminder times definitely helps us like, oh, let me get back to it. Or how about I start that today? Mindful cooking. Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? Yes. And the food becomes so delicious as well. I do mindful. I used to run these cooking classes, healing with cooking. It used to be so fun, like checking the ingredients, smell the ingredients, and get to know them and add them. Yeah, in the cooking dishes. It's amazing. So let's begin this. So, mindfulness, when we even think about it, it has become such a main channel thing now in most of the health magazines. You see this, or saying, hey, you need to practice meditation or yoga. It helps with you with anxiety and all. But sometimes we do forget, like a lot of us do have that even base of like commitment thing, or trying to figure out how do I even do this. When I see the clients for Reiki, when they lie down on the bed, I just say, get into your breath or relax into your breath. And the first question some of them would ask, what do you mean by relax? How do I do it? It's just like we have been unaware of what relaxation is, even, or how to. And a lot of the trainings, we do forget. Or we don't get the information how actually we can do it, rather than saying someone do it. A lot of them do say, hey, you take a deep breath, what do you mean by that? Even like, am I not breathing enough? Or what do you mean, deep breath? How should I do it? Even it's that touch with ourselves we have forgotten, even. So we need to be reminding. So whenever we say to someone, do try to say in the way that is practical as well, that we do with them at that moment, or we teach them how to do it, especially with the children as well. I grew up being told, like, not to be angry, not to be showing the tantrums, or not to be crying, but I wasn't given any other tools. How else can I release all the emotions that I have, or address them? Even there was no solutions given to us. Now, first thing is breathing. Breathing is the first thing I always ask anyone to anchor to ourselves. The easiest way is to breathe into the belly. And even better way is to uh, place the palms on your belly and taking a deep breath and breathe out. Again, some people do say, hey, count to the number 7 or number 5 and hold, and then count back and release. But for some people, it's super hard, especially when I do have my asthma. It's super hard for me to do that counting breath. I can't do that. Or I'm noticing with my young child, when she is in that overwhelm, she can't do that. And the best thing is letting them do at least the belly breath to the comfort they are in. Even with us all right now, you can do this along with me. Just place your palm on your lower belly where your navel is, and just take a deep breath from your nose. One more time. Take a deep breath from your lower belly and just hold whatever is comfort for you, and breathe out through your mouth. One more time. And the more we do, the more gap we can hold on. But initially, it'll be a very quick one as well. Perfectly fine. How does that feel if you have done this with me now? How does it feel? The mind gets calmer, the head weight gets into the body, and you become more grounded or more into your body, becoming slowly aware of it, even 3 rounds. And now this is the first thing that I always tell as well. Have those little sticky notes and put it near your computer, or near the bathroom, near the kitchen, anywhere. Breathe. And having that reminder is silly, but actually we are doing forgetting. We are breathing from the chest. It is not helping us anything. It's more agitating, like you're shallow. And this is where like our anxiety, the fears that we have, or picking up the emotions from others, or when we are brainstorming, we are not being clear because there is not much oxygen pumping in. Unless otherwise someone has a breathing issues, you should be able to allow, because that is a natural body rhythm to be doing from the belly. And also think about, I always address by the child, like a baby always. When you notice a baby, it's always the tummy. Breathe in and out. The tummy will be going up and down, like, right? And that's so mesmerizing to watch them. And I always check in, are they breathing actually? Are they okay? By checking their bellies. Yeah. And even in the Reiki session, I do notice, like, at the start of it, I would direct them to breathe from their belly, and slowly it becomes a habit for the next 1 hour as they're getting the treatment done. And it's so beautiful. There will be a long pause of it, but then slowly the belly rises, and you're training because you're told to do that. Yeah, sometimes we are to be told what to do as well. Yeah. The other day, one of my clients was saying, like, oh, we do definitely need those reminders of breathing. We do forget them. It's like, I don't even remember when was the last time I took a breath from my belly. I don't even consciously remember about it. So having a morning, afternoon, and evening dose of reminders is great. Like, to have that breathing from the belly. Yeah, definitely. When I got diagnosed with allergic asthma, it was only then I learned breathing has to be from abdomen. Absolutely. And while you're having an attack and they say you to breathe, it is hard, because I do understand that. But building that practice when we don't have that peak of a moment is easier. And literally last year, I had very peak of asthma. I was feeling the pain on my chest, like breathing below to my belly, and holding the meditation classes was getting challenging. Like, yeah, I was telling others, but I could feel my own shallow breath. And after it would have gone down, that it was getting easier. Yeah. And holding something. What I also do is sometimes I just need something to hold and be very visual about things. So what I started also doing is, as like the phone case I was holding, it can be a phone, it could be your pen, anything. Generally, phones are always with us now. So what you can do is have a pointed finger. It doesn't matter which palm or it is, hand it is, just running your line by the surface of it and breathing. As you're running the line, you're breathing in. Hold at the shorter line. And as you are running the other line, and you're breathing out. So something having visual is amazing to do it as well. So you guys can try it right now. So here, let's start with the longer line. And breathe out. And now there is one trick. When you're breathing out, when you have your mouth closed, even it's amazing because your nerves are all in sync with your body, and you are more present from your right side of the brain as well. That is one thing to try with. But like, definitely, like, breathing out with your mouth is totally fine as well. Yeah. But there is a difference that I do notice it when I do with my mouth closed. I'm becoming more active from the head. I don't have the brain fog, or I have a clear thinking, ideas, and everything. Much clarity comes in when I do the mouth closed. Yeah. So definitely the breathing is the number one thing. Yeah. And I used to have these reminders even on the door going out of the house, and in the car as well, on the steering wheel. Going out of the house is like, no matter how rushy it in the morning was, take a deep breath, everyone, because we are going to see in the afternoon or in the evening, like, this was way before everyone's out of the house. Yeah. And that way, we were all taking a deep breath and welcoming the new day with new hopes, new possibilities, and the energy would change. Like, no matter did you sleep well or did you wake up late, the rush of getting your packing and everything, like, but once you're stepping out, getting into the new space, this is where you stop, pause, breathe, and then move. And I would do in the evening before I was picking up my children as well, was I was disconnecting from my workspace and then connecting to their space. Yeah. So I wasn't carrying all the stress, over workload, and all that energy to them, but disconnecting. And breathing does that disconnect. Yeah. You become more and you're more listening to them. I'm a big believer in this part of the conscious parenting where you don't need to be with the child the whole 24/7. If you can even give 15 minutes of full attention, that's great. That's their memory of you being there with them as a parent or as an adult right beside them. If you are an aunt or an uncle or a parent or a grandparent, like, just giving 15 minutes of undivided attention, that's all they seek for. Sometimes we do spend hours, but then we are in our own space. They are in their own space. There is no connection in between. Yeah. So definitely do try that breathing and see the changes. It's very simple, doesn't cost us anything, but a little commitment of practicing, and that practice becomes more of your habit as well, or a ritual. During the pandemic, I have always tired. I work in grocery, so I'm always on so many energy low when life hits. Rest suggestions. Yes. The one of the things that I always say for the frontline workers is um, because you're being attacked with the energy, let's say energy vampires is what I say, like, and consciously or unconsciously, like, we meet so many people. Some might be draining our energies, and especially as you meet so many people every day, constantly the energy is like drained off. So one thing you can do is before you go into your workspace, like, if you're in public transport or in your car, visualize a white light all around you and step into the workspace. By that, you do notice anything bouncing off the white light that is of a low vibration is not getting and attacking you and making you low energy. And where you are doing the breath practices, this is going to stay with you. And whatever the negative vibe is, it's just going to dismantle away from you. And this could sound crazy, but actually it does work. I think it's all about the visualization of where you put your energy and it starts growing. And this is how you can protect yourself. I also would always suggest like carrying a hematite crystal or a smoky quartz or black obsidian, any of these black crystals in your pocket. So it's dismantling any low energies that we are getting from our workspaces, or even going into the shops, doing a grocery pickup. Like, you don't need to work there, even as going as a visit to get your shopping done. You don't need to carry that energies back home. I know there are other breathing techniques, pranayam and all. I don't practice, so I won't be able to be the right person to share that knowledge. But this is the simplest one. Definitely, it does start building our energies. Logic is when you breathe down into your belly, you're pumping more of oxygen, and oxygen is making your blood vessels, everything relax, and your cells recharge, and automatically whatever the pressure, whatever that we are holding up is just releasing out. There is other thing that I also do is like, when things get too much or irritating or like that frustration when someone just keeps annoying you in your space, right? I would go into like a toilet or to the car park or out, like, and just take a deep breath and breathe out like a dragon breath. Big squish of energy out. Yeah. And when you do that, imagine the fire coming out of you. And again, by that visual, you'll feel like you're more alive, and all that holding stagnant energy is just coming out. This one, especially the kids, absolutely love it when I teach this in schools. It's like so fun because they're still into the dragons, the elemental beings, and all that. Well, they believe in that. And this is where dragon breath is. And you can do that as well. Has anyone tried dragon breath before or heard about it? Breathe in. It can be slow and it can be deep, coming from your gut out. And definitely that brings more. And another layer to add in this technique also is Feel the feet on the ground when you do this breathing. So first thing is the breathing, and then another layer that you can also do to make it much more interesting. Feel the feet on the ground. Again, you can be working, you can be doing anything, like anywhere. You can be on the 10th floor, still imagine your feet touching the Mother Earth. Or even direct visualization. If you're a water person, imagine your feet soaking in the water. Or if you're a beach person, the sand. Or I'm more of the park person for this exercise, so I always imagine like underneath my feet, even though the carpet is here, I'm literally imagining as talking, it's the soft grass that I'm standing on, and my feet is soaking up that beautiful energy. And that way you're like, okay, just throw anything at me, I can handle it. And that is the whole change happens when you're physically here mindfully. And this is a great technique. And if you have to listen to someone, like having a conversation, or you're having a work being delegated to you, or you're talking or you're listening to your children, like any, like, or your elders, or your elderly parents, like, you need a lot of patience there. Maybe you are just wrapping up something you don't have in it. This is a great way to connect into your body. And now when you do this, your ears are super active. You are able to consume more information, like listening becomes active. So whole thing about mindfulness is observing, being in the present moment. When you are observing, when you're in present moment, what happens is all your five senses get super active. Like you're seeing, you're feeling, your touch, your hearing, your taste, everything is super active. And sometimes that could be annoying as well. Like, you can hear things so clearly that you can't switch off. Like, when someone is meditating, even if the door is knocking, or like someone is walking in the house, that does irritate them. Yeah. So that is again the other thing. But also we need to observe where that irritation is coming from, and release that. Yeah. But here coming back is about, like, listening is such a super important skill we all need to have. How many of us are even listening to our partners or our siblings, anyone having any conversations? How is that like? Isn't it less and less of time we are holding to hold a conversation? I know, like, in the presentations and everything in the corporate world, we used to be told like 20 minutes is the max someone can hold a conversation or take the information, they need a break. But here I see in the schools and the children, they don't even get a break, and hour and a half their classes would be. There's a lot to observe. And the same, like, when you're talking with your family or friends, you are bound to go into your own cycle of thoughts as they are talking. I'm sure, like, as I'm talking, you are mapping in your own cycle of thoughts of, I wonder, what am I doing? Like, what is the next thing I'm thinking about? Like, all that is still going on. We don't hold that space, but even giving like 2 to 3 minutes of undivided attention of listening to a conversation to any person, do notice that you are connecting to them at a soul level. You are reading their energies. You are listening, also seeing. Some people do talk, but they're hiding the emotions behind their words. And you can pick it up when you're actually with them and listening. And you can listen between the lines as well. The unsaid emotions can be grasped when we are actually with the person 100% in the same place. We would be in the same room, but not in the same space anymore. And this is one of the things that when we anchor ourselves, we are listening, we are tuned with the person on emotional level as well. And that way we are having a better relation with ourselves and for the people around us as well. Do you ever notice that you say so important thing to someone and they haven't listened, and that annoys you? Has it ever happened? It does happen to me. It happens to me sometimes when my husband would be super busy at work. I'm trying to share something and he couldn't focus to me. And I feel like, oh my God, you're not listening to me. Like, you're not valuing me and all that. But now I can understand, like, not the right space that I picked up to have a deep conversation. But like, it could be with the friends as well. And what happens is sometimes when you're speaking, people jump on and talk, right? And so valuable things that you're talking, and they would be planning in their mind to speak and connect to you even before you finish it. It's like, oh, wait a minute, like, hear about my story here. Jeez, like, no, I didn't even share my thing yet. Like, give a break, listen here. Like, that's most important thing. And a lot of people, they are finding a vacuum being built when there is no other soul to listen to them. And this is where, like yesterday's, we were doing this meditation of finding our soul tribe, soul family. And this is who it is that we are looking for in reality, who will listen, who will connect to us at a deeper level. And that's all we need, someone, right? Sometimes just listening is great. You don't need to judge him or jump in with a solution for the person. And when you just share out what you're going through, you are listening to yourself when you're speaking, and you'll get your own solution as well. And that's the best thing, right? And that's the reason. Another thing comforting is by writing, journaling, it's all trending into, because you're not getting many people to listen to. So rather than complaining that we don't have any people to listen to, how about we raise ourselves and become those beautiful listeners? And when you start doing it, you'll be attracting more of them in your life too, whom you're training indirectly and also connecting to them directly from the heart space. So definitely watch out on your listening skills, and also have a checklist, like just like, checklist of breathing, or even thinking about, like, hey, have I done my breathing? Have I connected to the ground? And write down 5 minutes. Did I listen to someone for 5 minutes today with undivided attention? And that's your goal again, like for one day at a time. Just one day at a time. You don't need to be super achiever, like saying, I'm going to do this, but like all the people that I meet. No, just start with one person and build it up. Don't give a pressure on yourself. I want to change the world in one day. No, you're going to carry more weight than that. Just like, have you taken 8 glasses of water? Hydration is good. It's still like, a lot of people are not getting into the habit of it. It's a gentle reminder again. So journaling is talking to yourself in a way, yes. It's a way of expressing your emotions, and also it helps in the healing crisis as you journal, because sometimes we are not having people to listen to, or some of the deep things that we don't have someone that we can connect and share. And at least you're not holding and damaging yourself, holding on to those emotions. And when you pour it out and you write it down, or you do a creative art out of it, you have released it. And that is what a release does when you speak to someone about your emotions as well. So definitely journaling is the next best thing, or the best thing for some cases as well. And I just love the feel of holding a pen and writing rather than typing up. Just that sacred space I still feel, and goes back into the very childhood of spending time by yourself. Yeah, undivided attention. So that is one of the things of listening as well. And the other thing we can do mindfulness easily is by when we are eating. You may have heard a lot of things about mindful eating. I also saw some Insighttimer teacher doing mindful. I couldn't attend, but I saw the topic of eating ice cream mindfully. I thought this is amazing. Yeah. So when we were taught this technique, and I was doing this back with the children in school, is giving them the raisins. And now raisins, a lot of people do love it, don't love it. So that's the other thing. And I started upgrading to chocolates. And so you keep that, you hold the food, whatever it is. Now let's talk about with the herbal tea I have here. If you have tea, that's great, like, or water as well. Hold it and smell it. I get a beautiful rose smell here. And water, of course, you may not have any smell, or sometimes the bleach or the chlorine smell you might have. And without judging anything, just smell it. Again, you're activating your senses, you're smelling it. And touch. I love the touch of my cups or the glass. I just sit with it for a few seconds. It just makes me feel grounded. And I would generally go for the porcelain or handmade kind of a things, because I can feel the energies of the cup itself, So you are in that moment with an earth element, grounds you, and you are in that act of being in present. And then you are smelling, you're touching, and you're having a sip, and let that sip be there in your taste buds. Feel it. And when you do this, little warning, some people don't like. People started not liking raisins when they do this in a slow act, or chocolates as well. But actually it tells you, as we stuff ourselves, we are not even knowing the taste anymore. We're not even enjoying. But when you stop, slow down, and things you might start enjoying, maybe broccoli will be your favorite as well. Yeah, when you stop, enjoy, and see what you really like about. And having the taste buds in your mouth, sitting with it, you are only thinking about the taste buds. You're only thinking about your tea, coffee, or water at this moment of time, and gulping it slowly. As you're gulping it, feel, sense the water, the liquid going down into your belly. And just that, again, it's not a 1 hour sitting down. It's just for a few seconds. It's just like holds you, anchors you into that moment of the day. Start with that. I always start with the morning, and then I don't drink later on in the day, but sometimes I used to when I was in the workplace. And sometimes I would not even drink, and but get a cup of coffee and just smell it. It's just like the smell of the coffee was a trigger for me at the time, to be connected to the strongest smells and just make and that is how I used to feel, relaxed back, and doesn't bother drinking or not, and then continue my work. So you're giving a break, connecting to yourself, and then proceeding with whatever you're doing. And ideally, it's good mindful eating throughout your course of your dinner, your lunch, or a snack or something. Let's be practical. It's not happening. And how about we commit 3 spoonfuls, 3 sipfuls? We are mindful. So you're having your coffee or your tea, herbal teas, water, 3 sips of it. You are in the present moment with the act you're doing, with the food you're eating. 3 spoonfuls, you're tasting, you're smelling, you are just noticing the colors on your plate, and only 3 spoonfuls. Just try that, and you will slowly build it up and bring more into it. So definitely, later on, what you can do is avoid the television, avoid your phones. We have a policy in our house: no phones on the dining table. And for the lunch or the breakfast, definitely no gadgets on the table. We connect with the family, we hear, we listen. That's how, like, we have some grounding times in the mornings and afternoons when they were at home, like the whole family. And dinner would be with the TV. Yeah, unfortunately, that's one thing that we do in the evening, to be honest, here. And that's a way, again, we connect back. Yeah, just unwinding ourselves. But I do notice when we watch the television, we don't even know how much we eat. We just eat by watching something. We're not focusing on the food at all, unless the food is like something strong smell or something different I cook. We all anchor into it, at least for a couple of mouthfuls, and then get into the television part. Yeah. So that is something literally practical. Three is practical. And now you can do this with your family as well. So you have someone to hold accountability to you. Doing on your own, if you're on your own, that's fine. But if you have your family with you, please incorporate them and ask them to try it out. When you go to a new restaurant, you do that. It's not a new thing. Or when you go to a new coffee place, you do try that, like, to check, like, do I like this place? Or do I like the taste of this food? Am I going to be back? So you are present when you're doing it. But when it becomes a habit, we forget, we go on to that cycle, like being on the treadmill, like, you're just doing the same thing again and again, not even thinking about it. Yeah. So do try by mindful eating, by a small things, something that you are already in control with. Your snacks could be, or with your lunch, or like, whatever you can find a peace with. And sometimes doing on your own is much easier until you become stronger and that you can bring everyone else as well. But having someone else helps you to remind, or have we done this, like, checking on ourselves and holding that commitment for each other, which is great. Yeah. Did that with a piece of dark chocolate last night, and one piece was just, because yes, exactly, Starseeker, that's exactly. And sometimes that's enough, but when we are not in present, I have done that. I would finish the whole bar and then I'll say, oh my God, how did this happen? Like, I was meant to only have two bars of it, but here the full thing is gone now. Yes, Monica, sounds logical and doable as well. That's the most important thing. Yes. And also, first thing is, like, before we do anything, ask yourself, why are you doing this? What is the change that you're anticipating in your life? Having that commitment or goal setting is important to you. What is that I want to do more in my life? How do I want to be more present? Is it to be the family, or is it for myself, for my better health? Being mindful definitely has some drawbacks, like, practically from my own path, I can say is I have become slow. If I have to get ready at 9 o'clock, I would be starting at 8 to start the process to be ready by 9. Not that I'm late ever, but I'll be preparing. Before, it could be from 8:30 to 9, I would have been ready and be at wherever I need to be. But now I'm taking extra time because I'm slowing down my life and I'm really enjoying whatever I'm doing as part of getting out, getting ready, getting dressed up, like, So that is one of the drawbacks of it. And the more you do, it becomes more addictive as well, that you want to do more. And sometimes when we don't, it becomes like a kind of a irritational, like, oh no, I want to practice this back, it's so good. So those kind of side effects you do get. And the good things are better health, much peace of mind, more constructive thoughts in your head. Say when those self-destructing thoughts or that negative chatterbox happens, you are stopping quicker, and you're not going into the circle for too long. And when I used to have those negative chatters, there was this technique I heard or somewhere I picked up, is hold a rubber band on your wrist and gently tap it onto your skin. So, like, it stops the chat box. Yeah. Now that reminded me, I'm telling my teen as well, because she is getting into that negative chatter. I think I'm saying, like, is that a teen vocab? Like, where is these words coming from? Not that we use at home, but having that is like zapping out of that chain of thoughts that we are having that are not helping us at all. Yeah. So definitely try that rubber band. It's amazing. It helps you to be ground yourself back again, even with the pinch of the pain there. Hi, Africa. Start setting yourself to live life with high. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's so important. Like, and the more we build it up, the more you want to be there and the more you're happier doing it as well. Yeah. Um, and when you are tired or stressed or anxious, the best thing is breathe and also notice 5 things around you. 5 things, see 5 things. Right now, I'm focusing, diverting myself by seeing a candle, angel statues, my book, and a crystal, and a couch there. So I'm noticing them. So I'm anchoring my thoughts into what am I noticing? 5 things. And that way you are totally grounded. You are shifting whatever that was causing you stress. And that is so important to break that cycle of the stress. And by saying, repeating, I don't want to be stressed, I don't want to be stressed, actually, we are invoking more of stress in our life. And it's about like not thinking about it, but in a gentle way. It's just not going to happen before you go to the bed, not to be stressed unless you wind down, right? Even a baby is told a routine how to wind down from like 6 o'clock, get a bath and get a warm milk to them, and then gently um, carrying them, and then they sleep better. But we are missing that. Like, did you notice yourself that you go with a phone to the bed, you switch off your phone, and that whole messaging or wherever you're on social media or chatting with a friend, you're suddenly shutting it off. But like getting into the sleep, you didn't have any relaxing time, like either with a lavender diffuser, it could be, you can do it, or a gentle massage to your own palms, it could be, or even taking a belly breath at the time of the being on the bed is amazing. And also maybe reading a book as well, depends on what book it is. By that you are unwinding yourself. Yeah, I do these with the children in school. Again, we do these glitter jars. The whole objective is they keep it at their bedside table and they observe it. And as they observe it for even few minutes of it, they are settling down and they're unwinding themselves and sleeping better. I have been hearing with the children, even like 6 years old are having trouble sleeping. They are carrying so much emotions, even this is before pandemic. So yeah, it was like, wow, what's happening, like, isn't it? Yeah. And they're not sleeping until 11, like 6-year-old not sleeping until 11. That's not right. And they're not getting enough sleep, and their eating habits are all over the place because you're tired. When you're tired, you eat anything that's available, not even thinking, processing, and you're functioning from a low fuel. And something simple that you can do again at home, doesn't again cost, just get some glitters and some glue and an old bottle in your house, put them in together and just have fun, do your own colors, like and shake it up and just notice. And when you're noticing, your thoughts are just settling. It's totally mesmerizing and like a meditative state. And here you don't even need to do the meditation. Just connect to the glitter jar. And if you don't have the glitter jars, you don't want to do it, you're not an artsy person, that's perfectly fine. You can get these in the Dollar Tree or Euro shops in Europe. So again, these are great snow globes. I love snow globes. So again, you can just shake it up, just notice it, and your thoughts are winding down. So it's like a healing thing. That's the reason, like, we heal faster practicing these mindfulness. We are not storing the things in our body, and we're not causing any physical health concerns as we are growing older as well. Yeah, definitely we are learning to disconnect early stages. Definitely having those post-take curiosity of like, how can I do, what are the other things I can implement, being that like little child brings us this mindfulness into much easier. And when you're practicing meditation, when there is a pause, just observe the thoughts. It's not about being silent. It's not going to happen. And somewhere in the research, while we were trained, it was mentioned like, the longest anyone can be with thoughtless was only for like few seconds. And here, why are we aiming for something that's not even real for minutes or hours? No, it's not going to happen. You're going to get your thoughts, but you're going to notice them. The thoughts are coming and going, like the monkey is jumping from one branch to the other. Oh, I love to watch this, like, the waves. It's like on the being on the waves, like, the waves are coming to the shore and coming back. And that is my way of putting the thoughts to the waves. And for me, beaches are the amazing healing things. It teaches you so much. Like whatever is coming to the surface has to go back again, like, or if has been left there, it's like you don't need it. The ocean doesn't need it anymore. So you're just releasing it again. Yeah. And it's such a beautiful process even to notice, even as I'm saying it, I'm going by it. You do notice my voice is slowing down there. Yeah, it's just, and listening to that kind of a music might heal you as well. So do watch that out. Hey, Africa. Thank you so much. You're such a sweet soul. Is that water in the glitter jar? Yes, Carol. Just the warm water. We pour it in and you just close it up. But sometimes they do recommend to seal it off with a hot glue, but we don't seal it. Like, yeah, there is no young children in the house, so it's okay. But just for the young children, sealing off is good. That's it, simple, and hardly cost you a few cents to do this. That's it. All right, guys, how about with those some of the practices? We do a little meditation so you get in touch. I know there are loads of things that I wanted to share with you. I haven't, but there is a podcast which I'm going to share with you guys in the circle. So far, if you're enjoying this, you can follow me so you get whenever I upload new things up as a notification. And there is a track for mindfulness. So it would be great if you can listen to and leave a review. That helps, and you can show that support back as well. And that means a lot to us here being on the Insighttimer. And so far, if you're enjoying, you can click on the donation button and make a donation. Yeah, as an energy exchange. That helps me and the Insighttimer to show up and share what we love doing. So with that, who is ready for a meditation? Who loves a meditation now? Let's get in touch with our body. And here with the meditations, I always see as like, the three things that can happen. One is you follow the guidance. One is you drift off and you sleep. Or one is you drift off and go into your own chatterbox. Either of them are okay. But if you're going into your chatterbox, gently bring your awareness back into breathing, and that will be helpful. Yeah, definitely helpful that you are more calmer. Hey, Melanie, you're ready. Perfect. Let's begin. Get settled. I'll be playing some music. It's great to get into the meditation before the weekend begins. Taking charge and set an intention. Where would you like this healing to go in? For a peaceful weekend or a calmer weekend, or heal on your body, anywhere. Perfect. And this meditation is just to observe, not to do anything, and just to go with the flow of it. Yeah. Closing your eyes, settling into your body, and breathing. Begin by taking a deep breath into your belly. And as you exhale, closing your eyes, feel and sense and commit. This time is just for you with no distractions. Taking deep breaths. With each breath, feel as it is releasing all the thoughts and tension of the day. And with each exhalation, allow your belly to expand fully on the inhale and contract completely on exhale. Letting go of tension, tightness as you exhale. Expand and contract. Inhale and exhale. Expand and contract. To enter into a deeper state of relaxation, you will soon tense the entire muscular system until your whole body is tense. Then you will exhale and relax all at once. Shift your attention to your feet. Curl your toes and feel tension spread into your calves. Press your knees together and feel the tightness in your thighs. Squeeze your hips and tighten your pelvic area. Make two fists and feel the tension spread into your arms. Raise your shoulders and create tension in your neck. Take a deep breath and tighten your stomach and chest. Tense your jaw and gently squeeze your eyes tight. Experience tension all over your body. And now exhale and let your body relax all at once. Let go and unwind. Feeling the warmth and heaviness of deep relaxation, soothing your muscles. Feeling your muscles releasing, letting go, unwinding. It's time to relax your face even more. Feel your forehead smooth out. Soften your eyes. Relaxing the area between your eyebrows. Letting all facial expression fall away. Relax the corners of your mouth, allowing your jaw to hang slack with your teeth and lips parted. Allow your neck to be so relaxed that a gentle breeze blowing through the room would softly rock your head from side to side. Lower your shoulders. Relax your hands, turning your palms up. Relax your forearms and upper arms. Allow your back and chest to rest, naturally pressing deep down into the floor or chair. And let your stomach be so soft that it gently expands on the inhalation. and contracts on the exhalation, giving and receiving each breath freely. Allowing hips, muscles to let go and unwind. As you sink down deeper into relaxation, let go of your thighs and calves. Let your knees separate, relaxing your feet and toes. Return your awareness to your breathing. Picture or sense your lungs and heart. Feel their pace becoming slow and free of tension. See if in this stillness you can feel your heart beating. If you would like, you can place your hand on your pulse to feel the rhythm. Or just imagine what your heart would look like as it beats. Continue taking deep breaths. Feel and picture your heart beating. With each breath, feel yourself breathing in relaxation. With each breath, feel yourself relaxing even more. Bring your attention to the organs of your abdomen without trying to guess their exact location. Focus on your stomach and intestines. Imagine your kidneys, liver, bladder, and reproductive organs. As each organ relaxes, picture or sense the deep tensions dissolving at your mental suggestion to relax in a healthy way. Now visualize your brain and imagine the steady rhythm of your breath, cleaning it off all tension, dissolving thoughts with each exhalation. For now, feel that you have completely let go. Imagine that your mind is like a clear blue sky with thoughts floating by like white fluffy clouds. Feel your body and mind sinking deeper and deeper, letting go, unwinding with each exhalation. Now send your mind as far as it can go from your everyday life. Leave all your anxiety, worries, obligations, responsibilities. Create a strong mental concept or picture of where you can be completely free and relaxed. completely at peace. Perhaps you'll imagine a beautiful beach or grassy meadow, a majestic mountain, or a favorite room. Create in your mind's eye. Your ideal place for relaxation is in as much as detail as you can imagine. Use all your senses. See the sights and colors. Hear the sounds. Feel the textures. Smell the air. Experience your ideal place for relaxation. Retreat into your personal sanctuary, leaving your body lying or sitting on the floor in a state devoid of all fears of the future and all regrets over the past. Feel secure in the knowledge that you are at home within yourself. Allow this inner quiet to restore your being on all levels. For a moment, let yourself drift. For a moment, be aware of how deeply relaxed your mind and body feel right now. Remind yourself you can create these feelings on your own during your daily activities. Periodically during the day, scan your body and then inhale relaxation and exhale tension, tightness. Your breath is a powerful tool to help you relax and renew. Very gently and slowly, prepare yourself for the world of activity. Begin by deepening your inhalation and be aware of how your body, mind, and spirit feel right now. Allow this awareness to sink down into your memory so you can recall these feelings during your regular activities. To the count of 5 to 1, slowly regaining your consciousness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently stretch your body in a way that feels most natural for you. Whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes, feeling relaxed and alert. Take a gentle stretch and have some water. Welcome back, everyone. How's everyone feeling? Let me know in the comments or the hearts when you're back. Thank you, Carol. How is your belly breath? The more we do, the easier it gets to remind and to practice. Sometimes having an alarm or a reminder in our calendar helps as well to practice these little things. Just before your lunch break, eat mindfully. That's a reminder. Or every 2 hours or every 1 hour, breathe. That's just a reminder. Did anyone notice lightness or any discomforts in the body? Is anyone sleepy and tired? We do get tired after relaxing moments. It's like taking a recharge and feeling ourselves back. And it's this beautiful moment, even just reminding ourselves all is well and we are at the right place, and implanting some positive affirmations after that peaceful time just helps us connect back with full high vibe and positivity, or more of energy to look forward for the rest of the day or the evening for some of you. Feeling relaxed and grounded, yes. That's lovely. I feel I don't see much comments here, unless most of them are in deep state there still. Hannah, thank you, so nice. What was good reminder to remember to breathe? Yes, remember to take a deep breath from your belly. Of course, we do breathe, but from belly. Breathe in and out. And also to taste your food. Remember, like if you have coffee breaks at a regular interval, so it's good to have that reminder just before 5 minutes. So you do remember to do that. Now that we live with our gadgets, it's rather be better to use them in the right way as well. There's so much apps there, so many reminders we can do things. So use it in a more that is convenient for us. Yeah, this is interesting. Generally, I get the messages is I guess like, yeah, you're all in different zone. I mean, like it's a long week as well for many of you. And you're switching off, like, which is good, which is good, which is needed for your bodies as well to shift off. And sometimes it's worth to continue to go into a small nap or further relaxation as well than forcing ourselves to come back. So if you guys enjoyed this, yes, do check on the tracks that I have for meditations, body scan meditation, something similar or something different. Yeah, body scan is slightly different, so you can practice that. And I do have, I'm not sure if I have it on Insighttimer, conscious breathing, just walking through on the breath in and breath out. And yeah, again, that will help as well. Yeah, and you can support me by following, and maybe even we can have an after chat in the circle itself. Yeah, it's interesting. When you feel comfortable, we can continue there and get to know each other and form those so beautiful soul tribe. Love to know your experiences, how you get on afterwards as well. Any other thoughts, any other moments that have come up you would like to comment? And remember to start small, in a small chunks with the whole meditation mindfulness. Meditation is only a part of mindfulness, but mindfulness can be done throughout the day. Even when you're walking, even for 10 steps, be aware of each of the steps and beneath the ground as well. If you're wearing shoes, the socks or the sandals, be in touch of each foot forward and the weight and the pressure of each of the leg that you're putting forward. That way you are right in this moment. Yeah. Even not the whole walk, 10 steps even to begin with. So that is again another starting small definitely helps us to do for a longer time consistently. Something you do consistently, it becomes your habit and a routine as well, that you don't force it to making it happening anymore. When we say, hey, I'm going to do this for 30 minutes or for an hour, sometimes we give up because 30 minutes sometimes in a day could be harder. But if you can squeeze in um, even 1 minute throughout, in intervals of shorter, it's much easier to do it. And at the end, when you calculate, it could be like you have done more than 30 minutes, but you have broken it down into small chunks, which is much easier consumable for us all. Yeah. And the more you do, you're inspiring the people around you and you're converting them to do these things as well, because you are remaining more cool, more present, more about in sync with your whole mind, body, and the soul as well. And you become that inspiration or the portal of light for others. And here's something, yeah, also start complimenting others and receive the compliments, sharing that beautiful, nurturing, or a praise for others will bring a beautiful energy back to you. And with no commitment, no attachment, just say what you feel at that moment with the person, and you'll become using the new vocabulary in your life. It's so amazing. It's like even saying like, hey, you look good, you have a bright aura around you, or like your dress is super cool colors, just praising that. And sometimes a person had this mask with the butterflies attached to it, like these were again silk butterflies, and that was so unique. Like, and when I said it, it just made her light up. It's something you do, but like, oh, it's nice, but why bother commenting? No, go ahead and comment for them. It makes their day as well, because behind it, we are all struggling, we are all having tough times. So why not make a light in their life at that moment? And that will change from their own habit of thoughts they were going through to something much more inspiring. Oh, I'm being recognized, I'm being noticed, something shifts for them. Do that, try that out. So great, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy that relaxation. And yeah, it's experience healing with Srimanju. the circle name. I think with the Insighttimer, now they updated where you can see under my profile as well, the circle name. Love to have you there, guys. So thank you so much for your time and the donations and following and leaving your reviews. All these help us to be supported and to be noticed here on the Insighttimer, definitely. And I'm super grateful for you all here to be together and doing this work. And happy Friday, guys. Whatever you're doing, try 3 spoons, 3 sips, and 10 steps of a walk and see the changes. And definitely those belly breaths, not for too many minutes, just for a few moments of it. That's it. And lots of love. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you next week. I have a couple of live set up for next week, so do check out which one is your ones you would like to attend, and love to see you again. Namaste, guys. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you.